Ode. Abib is in the house. Good night, folks. We're going to take a look at Abib again. And this is only because our house has kind of been a little divided this year. Tanya and I and several others are keeping our 11th month. We just had our 11th new moon day a couple days ago. And then there's others that just started their 10th month a couple of days ago, or even some, I believe, even 3 days ago. But I want to take a look at Abib again, and also at Exodus 13:4. And Tanya and I have been learning the ancient Hebrew pictograph and the meanings of the letters for a few years now, but Tanya just recently got me going in a Zoom meeting where we have a individual that's very studied and can speak Hebrew in the modern. He knows the modern Hebrew, and he knows it all the way back to the original ancient pictograph. And so I'm learning a lot about the prefixes before the words. I understand what the words are, but also what the prefixes are is very valuable in learning Hebrew. So let's take a look at Abib and the Hebrew letters, and I believe this is going to prove that the 11th month, we're in the 11th month, and we're a month behind if we're in the 10th month. So here we go. So we'll start here, Exodus 12:2 in the Scriptures 2009 version. It says here, "This new moon is the beginning of new moons for you. It is the first new moon of the year for you." So this new moon it's talking about is going to be the first new moon. So let's go a chapter and 2 verses later and see what we get in Exodus 13:4. So here we go. 13:4. Today you are going out in the new moon Abib. In the new moon Abib. So the letters we're going to take a look at, we're going to take a look at the Hebrew letter Bet. This is the ancient pictograph. And then we're going to look at the Hebrew letter Hey, and this is the ancient pictograph. The design of this is meant to be a design of a house. So you come in the door and then you go inside your house, and you're inside your room here. And the hey is just look what it looks like. It looks like somebody holding up their arms and revealing something, or trying to get your attention for something. So this is what this letter is for here. And there's more meanings to these letters, but we're going to mainly cover their prefixes and what the prefixes mean in both Bet and Hey. So when we look at the interlinear, and this is what got me thinking. I wanted to look up Exodus 13:4 and look at the interlinear since I'd started attending these Zoom meetings on this ancient, well, not just ancient pictograph, but how Hebrew works and how prefixes works, and in front of the words and everything. So I went back to Exodus 13:4, and I wanted to know, is there some prefixes in the month of Abib, or the new moon of Abib, and sure there is. So we've got Bet right here, and it's in front of Hodesh or Kodesh right here, and then we got Hey right here in front of Abib right here. So we've got Bet here in which would mean in the month or in the new moon, and then we got Abib here, or it could also be the Abib or behold Abib, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. But interlinear is a valuable, and I forgot to do this. Interlinear is a very valuable tool, and it's in the BibleHub.com. It's probably as close to the original writings as far as they are. And then, of course, you read when you go to the interlinear in the Hebrew, you're going to read it backwards. So this word here, Yom, Hey, Yom, it would be on this day, you are going out in the month of Abib. So that's how that would read. And then, of course, we've studied these words here before. 2320 is Kodesh. We know that's a moon or month or new moon or month. It's interchangeable. If you get into the King James Version, it's always going to be month. It's not going to say new moon. And then 24 is Abib. And so you've got here it says Ha-Abib. So Ha, that could be the Abib or behold Abib. And then it's got Bet Kadesh. You don't say Bet, you just Ba Hadesh or Ba Kadesh. So that would be how you pronunciate it there. But these two letters that we're going to look at are going to be important to understanding when the month of Abib is, when it started. So also I looked in Wikipedia, and I just wanted to look mainly at Bet in Wikipedia and see what if it was used in a prefix. So the preposition meaning is in, at, or with. So in, at, or with, such as being in the house, at the house, or with the house. That would be what that could be. What that would be, or in the new moon, at the new moon, or with the new moon. Okay. Now, we had a friend several years ago that spent some time with us, and he made it a mission to make these nice little folders up for Tanya and I or anybody else. I mean, he was doing them on his own dime, and it was just it was a blessing to all of us for what he did. And two, I can very well, what I did today, I've got a way on my phone, I can take a snapshot, even though these are only in paper only. I could take a snapshot of them and put them in a PDF. And if anybody would be interested in getting some copies of the whole Hebrew alphabet and learn each one of the letters, as you can see here, it kind of gives you a baked pronunciation. This is the Paleo Hebrew here. So as you can see, the original ancient pictograph was right here, and then as a Paleo, it just kind of changed. Then you got the Isaiah scroll and the Dead Sea Scrolls. You can see how it was written here. And that's the Isaiah scroll. And then if you look at modern Hebrew, which modern Hebrew is really hard to read. I don't understand how they got to here from starting here. But each one of these pages got a lot of valuable information. So if anybody would like me to make these up in PDF, I might even be able to find a source that has all of them already put together and get it to you. But please request it. I'll put my contact information in the information box. But either way, we were so thankful for David, what he did during his time here and how he spent. And so it's truly been a blessing for us. So if we look here, what I would mainly want to take a look at, because Bet is used as a prefix before the new moon or Kadesh. It means in, into, with, inside, within, amidst, on, for the price of, as in the condition of. So, and basically the first meaning of it is house. Then if we look at hey, we've got the prefix. It could be the, and then its meaning is behold or look at this. So again, it's like somebody's trying to get your attention. Behold, or look at this. And so you can also see the meaning here is behold, the first meaning of it mentioned. So if you spelled this out, you spelled in the new moon of Abib, you would put here, and that wouldn't be behold Abib. So this would be Bet Kodesh Ha Abib, and that's why I started the the comment was behold Abib was in the house. Well, this is your house in the house of the new moon right here. And then this would be behold Abib, as in trying to get your attention to Abib. So how it's placed in Hebrew, it's this letter here is trying to get your attention on Abib right here. And this letter here is talking about it's going to be in this new moon that you're needing to behold Abib. So that's what that meaning is. So let's take a look at some slides here from Stellarium. So I went back to 2023. This was our 12th month last year, and as you can see here, you got the pagan Roman Gregorian date of March 7th here, and this is at the beginning of the day, and the brightest star in Leo, which is the 12th constellation in the if you were looking up in the sky and you were going to look at the brightest star in Regulus, this would be the constellation. Leo would be the constellation that Regulus is in. And as you can see, Regulus and the moon are close together. And then you look at the moon, and this is the first year, and sometimes if there's a 13th month, this moon is going to be inside this Virgo here. And it just so happens, this happens to be as I mentioned in my last video, this is the largest constellation in the 12 zodiac constellations, and this is the fourth largest. So the largest and the fourth largest are together. So that's why you're able to get that 13th month in there, because you have some long distance between the two stars. As you can see here, I believe this is the longest distance between the two stars out of all the constellations, the two brightest stars. So you got Regulus here and Spica here. And so let's look here. If you had to guess, is the new moon here in Regulus, the 12th month, or is in Spica, the first month? Okay. And again, you can look at the prefix here and ask yourself, is it with the new moon? Is Regulus with the new moon, or is Spica with the new moon? Or is it within Regulus? Is the new moon within Regulus, or is the new moon within Spica? So let's look some more here. Again, the question is this YaHUaH Abib? Question mark. No, not based on the Hebrew understanding and meanings of the words. This would be a part of that 12th month. The brightest star in Regulus here would be the 12th month. So now let's look at this next slide. This is how the people that are on the 10th month today, which is people that I love, and that's why I've done so many of these pattern videos and everything. It's only out of true love, and plus I wanted to make sure Tanya and I were being right in what we were doing, so I wanted to go test and prove how we're keeping things. So this is on the pagan Roman date of May the 6th here. We have Spica here. We got the brightest star in Libra right here is Zuman Escamali. And then we got even in the third month, or the third constellation out of the 12 constellations, you got Antares, which is the brightest star in Scorpio. So again, I'm going to ask the same question. Is the moon here in, at, or with Spica right here? Or is it in, at, or with Zuban Escamali? Or is it in, at, or with Antares? It's closest here to Zuban Escamali, and it's closer to Antares in the third month than it is to Spica, which is the first month. So May the 6th, question mark, is it YaHUaH Abib? No, it wouldn't be, based on the Hebrew lettering and the understanding and the meanings of these letters. So now we get to where Tanya and I started our new year. It was on the pagan Roman date, Gregorian date of April the 6th, 2023. And as you can see here, Regulus is not even in the picture, and all these all these slides, I've kept them at the field of view of 43 degrees. Everyone's the same size. So Regulus is totally out of the picture, which is a 12-month sign, and Libra, Zubin Escamali, which would be up here, is out of the picture too, which is would be a 2nd-month sign. So we got Spica right here, which is the 1st-month sign, but where people got messed up, they felt that Spica had to be ahead of the moon. And I used to believe that. Tanya and I used to believe that too. And, this is part of our growth in the Word. We continue on in our studies and we learn more, not only the scriptures and such, but we also learn the original Hebrew writings and what these words mean. And even go into the prefix and how important those prefixes are to understand what it says. So I'll get back to the question is the new moon here? Is it in Spica, or is it in over here in the brightest star Regulus in the line, or is it in the brightest star of Libra here? Is it with it, at it, or any of these other prefixes? And the question, YaHUaH, question mark. Yes, this would be the beginning of the year right here. So behold, Abib is in the house. Case closed, guys. I'll continue to do these pattern videos because I've learned a lot by doing them. So I will be doing one for Tanya and I's our 12th month, and I will continue on to the 13th month that we will witness this year. And then, of course, I wanted to go ahead and do one for the other months that I didn't do a pattern on. I think I started my pattern on maybe Kullet Nunu, and I've got a video to do on Kullet Nunu, some more findings. Got some me and a friend got raptured the other day in the Word. And anyway, so as far as Abib and when the year starts, we're definitely in the 11th month. Again, if I've asked many people to give me their witnesses for this being a 10th month and for the year beginning on the pagan Roman date of May the 6th, and I have yet to have anybody email me anything, text me anything, call me, send a YouTube video to me that would prove it scripturally and also empirically that it's the 10th month right now. So, and before that, any other month that was a month behind what Tanya and I are keeping. So, but anyway, I do this out of love. I love y'all. I love hearing from y'all. And even if it's going back and forth and sharpening our faces, iron upon iron, help sharpen one another. So I've got a lot of people I know that have iron in their knowledge, and it helps sharpen Tanya and my iron too, because part of growth is just challenging one another in what they're seeing. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Praise YaHUaH. Give him all esteem and praise just for all the people that he's always seems to put in front of our lives. And again, I say we might not know the blessing we're getting at that point in time when that person or those people are in their lives, but sometimes it's after they have left and you don't see them much anymore that you truly get rewarded from it. So I want to give a shout out to Alan, my new friend, way across the other side of the earth, and also to David. David, I pray you're doing well and everything. And I want to thank you for all the work you did when you were here with Tanya and I for those months that you were here. So anyway, praise YaHUaH. Hallelujah indeed.